Hello, good evening all. Welcome to you once again on today's live show organized by Prominent Consultant. And today we have a live session with one of our partner university from Ontario, from Canada, which is a Brock University, public university based in Ontario, which is very close to Niagara Falls and just 1 hour drive from Toronto. And today we have with us actually our guest, Megha Srivastav from who is the relationship manager from Brock University for South Asia market. And also we have three very that beautiful person with us, actually Nabila from North South University. We have Himu from Independent University, and suddenly Ikra has been disconnected, so we'll be connecting him right now. So Ikra is from East West University. So I would like to welcome you all to this live session. And if you would introduce yourself, Megha and other people.
So I'll start. I'll make it easy.
Exactly.
Like Syed, you introduced me. I take care of the South Asia operations for Brock University. Syed, thanks for organizing this. I was actually really excited for this particular session because, we have these wonderful students that have joined us from some very prestigious universities of Bangladesh. I'm really looking forward to addressing some of the questions that they have. And also, again, it's an opportunity to connect with, my colleagues and my friends from Bangladesh. As you know, Syed, Bangladesh always has had a piece of my heart. I always tell that to you in every session. The regret that I have is I can't catch a flight right now and come there, but I'm definitely missing my visits to Bangladesh. Hopefully, everything resolves soon and I'm able to catch that particular flight to Bangladesh and come there and do these sessions in person with you.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Megha, for your beautiful words. And definitely, we also miss you because we always missing your visits. And right now, definitely, we are missing you a lot. And hopefully, it will be okay very soon, and you will be able to visit us. And Nabila, would you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi. I'm Nabila Islam from North South University. I am currently doing finance in finance department. That's it.
Thank you so much, Nabila, for joining us. And Ikra?
Thank you, sir. I'm Sahir from East West University. Currently, I'm in 8th semester, doing double major in accounting and HRM. And beside this, I'm a campus ambassador of NIML Bangladesh. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining. And Himu?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Syed. I am Himu from Independent University. Currently, I'm doing my BBA in finance. So I'd like to talk about our universities and other stuffs in this live session. Looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Himu. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, all of you, for joining this live session. And before start our main session, actually, I'd like to say all people that if you cannot listen us properly, just let us know so that we can try to improve if any technical issues are here. I hope you all people are listening us. And one more thing, that please don't forget to share this live session because it will be very, very informative live session, including the direct entry. The first year entry, including the transfer option. So students who are presently pursuing their studies in some top private universities in Bangladesh, and also the public universities who are presently studying. So you have really a fantastic news. We have a very fantastic news for you, that you can apply to Brock as a transfer students through transferring your credits. So it's a very good option. And today we'll be discussing about all this matter with Megha. And I would like to request all our viewers, if you cannot listen us properly, just let us know. And please don't forget to share this live session. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask. We'll try to answer your question. So first of all, Megha, I'd like to go to you. That first of all, how are you, and how you are passing your time? And since we have been locked down since long time, so it's becoming very boring now. So how about you?
So Syed, I've been doing fine by the grace of God. All is good, all is safe. Like you said, that I don't know where's the time. And I'm sure that's the same for you, because I think ever since we all started working from home and the travel is cut down, I've seen that all of us, in this particular industry have been working much more. So the time definitely, I look back and I feel that, oh, the week's gone by. Definitely gets a little, at times stagnant, because, you're in the same environment. So for me, I have been now taking the required precautions. I have started moving out a little bit, but then I'm being very careful in terms of exactly where am I going. I think this phase has been a testing time for all of us, but more than anything, it's been a testing time for our mental strength. So all the students who are here, all of you who are a part of this particular session, the only message that I would want to convey is that this would also pass. For the past 5 months, things were worse. Things are definitely getting better, both in India and Bangladesh and Canada. Again, things are back to normal in a lot of ways. This phase would also pass. Things are much better. Like I said, it's a test of your mental strength. Keep the patience, think positive, and you're going to see that very back. We'll all be back to the new.
And I would like to add some more thing, that actually since last March we have been working virtually, and we have been doing all the applications virtually, and we are taking all the documents, scan copies, and we have filed all these applications virtually as well. And now we are getting definitely the that is pre-approval from the Canadian
Immigration. I can't hear you properly.
Okay, if you cannot hear me, just go back and enter again. So I think it will be okay. Okay, so the thing is that students are getting pre-approval to start the online classes, and students are being now very positive. And really, I would like to give confidence to all of our students that please don't hesitate to take our virtual service. Doesn't matter, you need to come to our office even. You can get the same service virtually, and your purpose will be solved very easily. There are few students, they got already approval through us very successfully, and they did not have any problem, and they already have started online classes. So it's a very good achievement, I would say. And for January intake, of course, still it is confused that whether they could fly or not, but most probably we are hoping that students will be able to join on-campus classes in January, in winter session. That's we are hoping. And there is a very good announcement for all of you, especially for Brock undergrad applicants who would like to apply for winter intake. So you have a application fee waiver. As you know that the Brock is asking application fees, which is 130 Canadian dollar. So it is waived for your January application. So if we apply to prominent consultant, your application fees will be waived. And there is an announcement that on 28th of August, we have a application day, admission day of Brock University. If you attend this admission day, definitely you will get that application fee waiver. And you will please be in touch with our Facebook page for every details of this event. So now Megha, actually, as we know that the Brock is one of the best public universities, especially one of the top 5 university in Canada in terms of student satisfaction. And of course, the Brock campus is so lovely, so beautiful, so green campus. And people actually, they love the campus too much. I know, because I have the feedback from the students. And since it's very close to Niagara Falls, they also can see the beauty of Niagara. So how do you explain about Brock, and how do you explain about the location, and how do you explain about the key points or highlighting points of Brock?
So Syed, I always fall in love with my campus every time I visit or I see a picture. So the videos that you played in the beginning took me back to the amazing memories that I've made, to some of my favorite spots that you covered. Like you rightly said, it's a 400-acre campus, Syed. It's big, it's expansive. If the students would go on the website and they're going to go through the images, or you follow us on our social media platforms, you're going to see that the campus is so green. It is so beautiful. You sometimes take more than 3 days to cover the entire campus. At the same time, I would say that we are big enough to have all the required infrastructure and facilities, but at the same time, small enough to take care of our students. Like you rightly said, Brock is amongst the top 3 universities in Canada for student satisfaction. And I would really want to, very briefly outline as to what makes us, a little different from the other institutions. Canada is a great destination. You know that Canada is known for the standard of education, and the standard of education in most of the Canadian, institutions is standard. So wherever you're going, you don't actually have to worry about the quality of the academics that you're going to be getting. But I also firmly believe that there are these very interesting features that Brock has that makes it, very different and unique. So starting with our very unique location advantage. As you know that we are located in the Ontario province, which is one of the most popular and populous provinces of Canada. Secondly, within Ontario, we are located right in the center of the Niagara region. So we are 30 minutes from the US-Canada border, 20 minutes from the Niagara Falls, and 1 hour from Toronto. That gives us a major, major location advantage. In fact, most of our international students choose us because of this amazing location advantage that we have. Second, we are a medium-sized university. And I think, Syed, you know it better than me because you have been promoting Brock even before I joined Brock and I took over the role. You know how much we care for our students. You know, for us, our students come first. By saying medium size, about 19,000 students, out of which 2,400 students are international students that come from more than 100 countries. So you can understand the kind of internationalization that we have. We are really big on diversification. At the same time, the professors would address you by your name. The faculty to student ratio is 1:30. So that means that you get a lot of academic support, you get a lot of, mental health support, you get a lot of personal support. And that's another USP. That's another point that international students really like. And I'm sure, Syed, you are also getting the same feedback from the students that have been currently studying at Brock. Going ahead, you spoke about the student satisfaction rating. We are amongst the top 3 Canadian universities when it comes to having the best student satisfaction and experience. And by the end of the day, I feel everything boils down to it. How good is your campus? How impressive are your facilities? How good is, your sports? Do you have experiential learning opportunities? Are students happy with co-op? These are the kind of factors that basically constitute the student experience. So then you can understand if we are amongst the top 3, students are actually really, really happy, in that particular way. You spoke about co-op. Again, Brock is amongst the top 5 universities in Canada for offering the most diverse co-op programs. Now, our co-op is not restricted to only our computer science programs or our BBA programs. You see co-op in a lot of different streams. Psychology. I think we are probably one of those extremely few universities that have a co-op in psychology. Tourism, you have co-op in business-related programs, health-related programs. And the most important thing, Syed, which would definitely be my last point, is the employment rate. The employment rate for our co-op students is around 95%, which is very high. And the general employment rate is 96.5%, which is one of the highest in Canada. So this, in a nutshell, Syed, is Brock for you. Like I said, you already know it much better than me, but these are the things that have really made Brock stand out from my perspective. The reason why international students and our partners like Prominent Consultant love us, because for us it's the student first, and also with our partners we believe in addressing to all the kind of queries and questions that they have. We are always there to support them, and that's what I feel is the real strength.
Definitely. Thank you so much for a wonderful review on Brock. And definitely, actually, sometimes we get different questions from the university students, from the students, the class 12 students, that about the ranking, about the university, quality. So I would say that yes, in Ontario there are few good universities, or top ranked universities like University of Toronto or some other universities, if I say like University of Waterloo. But if you compare the tuition fees structure of them, it's like, I would say like it's more than 2 times of Brock. Number one. Number two is that the class size is very big. Like in a classroom, you will face like more than 200 people in a classroom. So your class size is also very important to interact with the professor perfectly, because if you cannot absorb the lecture. You will not be able to if you cannot take the lectures properly, so it will not be helpful for you to do better in your exam or to do better in your further studies. So it's very important that if the class size is limited or the middle class size, it will help you always to get into your lecture always. And since the students from Bangladesh or from other countries, when they go to Canada, definitely they always feel quite nervous, quite shy, because they are going to a new environment, they are mixing up with the new people. So definitely they need some time to adjust by themselves. So if in the first day, if they see that there are 200 students in a classroom, so you can feel that how tough it is to maintain. So it's very important that, like Brock, the fees structure of Brock is moderate, not so high, not so low, but it's a decent fees structure, affordable fees structure, of course, I would say. And their class size is very limited. I mean, only 1:30, which is very important for you. And apart from the quality, definitely, as they are on the top three in terms of student satisfaction, so no doubt about it that they're one of the best university based in Ontario. And so actually, Megha, that the Brock, actually they all, today we'll be discussing about mostly on undergrad program. So I know that there is a session, next intake is in that in January 2021. So yes. Actually now, how students can prepare for January 2021 if someone HSC result is awaiting? Some students, their A2 results are not published yet, or they could not sit for the A2 exam. So how they can apply for January intake? What is your suggestion?
So Syed, our intake is open, and we definitely encourage students to file an application, because you can always open a online application. Everything is online. You need to open up an application, and whenever you start getting your documents in place, like if you have your predicted scores, most of the time students from the British curriculum, they apply into Brock with predicted scores, and we do give out conditional offer letters. In fact, Brock is one of those universities that you also know, we are very fast with conditional offers as well. So if they have the predicted scores, British curriculum students can definitely apply. We at this particular stage, because we understand, because of the epidemic, the IELTS centers have remained closed. Students have faced difficulties in terms of sitting for IELTS. So we're also giving that particular relaxation to the students that, okay, you don't need to submit IELTS right now. And we've always had this flexibility, Sayed. They can always submit their IELTS scores at a later stage. They can always file an application. If you already have your predicted scores, from a British curriculum school, you would definitely be getting a conditional offer letter if you meet the eligibility criteria of Brock. If you're a student from HSC and you're, because right now we don't have clarity, on the HSC examinations, what you can actually do is that you can open up an application, and as and when you have clarity, or if you're able to get some kind of predicted scores from your school, that could be considered, very well. Brock can look into your predicted and also into your grade 11 scores. I know there's a lot of confusion with when it comes to the HSC students. So opening the application is not a problem. Everybody knows that it is not happening. It is not your fault. It is the current scenario that's there. So there's a lot of understanding on that. We are trying our level best to cooperate to the best of our capacity with the students. They can open an application, but then we would definitely need some predicted scores and also their grade 11 scores to assess the application. There could be a possibility that we put it on a hold for some time, but in that particular scenario also, opening up an application means that you've already got a reference number. So maybe a student who's applying maybe after 1 month into a particular program, you have already applied, and your chances of getting admission and your chances of getting an entry into Brock after you submit all the documents is going to be higher, because maybe that person who applies after 1 month, you don't even know whether there would be seats available or not.
Okay, exactly. And actually we have 3 people with us, Nabila and Ikra and Himu. So they will have so many questions about transfer options, since they would like to transfer to Brock and their friend circle and their other senior and juniors. So they are very keen to go to Canada for transfer options. But before that, I would like to say something about the entry requirements of Brock. Actually, Brock, if you did not give A2 exam, definitely you can put your file with predictive score of A2 results, and also you can apply with your AS result. You need
Yes.
4 different subjects, 4 seats in 4 different subjects, and of course the IELTS requirement is 6.5, no band less than 6. But if you don't have IELTS right now, you can do Duolingo test and get the admission. And before visa application, it's better to have your IELTS score, because it is very necessary to get your for the visa application. But for application for the admission, you can do Duolingo right now, which is very affordable, and you can do it from your home, and very soon you will get the score online. So that's the thing about Brock direct, I mean the first year entry. And definitely they have so many program in undergrad level, including computer science, business, psychology, economics, then film studies, then neuroscience, public health. A lot of programs. If you visit their website, you can understand what kind of programs they have. Except engineering, they offer most of the programs in their campus. So now actually I would like to go to Nabila. Nabila, are you okay? I mean, I hope you are not feeling nervous, right?
No.
Okay, that's good. So Nabila, actually, as you know that from your university, mostly students are going to which country? What do you know about it?
Mostly they want to
Mostly
transfer
Canada.
in Canada.
Okay. So have you ever planned anything to go to Canada, or your friend circle, or anyone planned for that before?
I am planning. My friend circle was asking me how can they transfer, and they basically want to know what is basically a transfer application to
So
Brock.
they want to know what is the transfer applications to Brock. Yes, Megha. So this question is for you actually.
Yeah. So Nabila, thank you so much for that question, and also, telling us that there's interest. Like I was interacting with you guys before the session started. Brock already has a formal MOU with NSU and IUB, and this is something that I think we understood this from the fact that we had a lot of students from NSU, IUB, and other prominent universities of Bangladesh, like the East West University, from BRAC, coming and asking us about transfer programs, and how they can do it, when they should do it. So Sayed, again, thank you for getting the students on the platform. Now the process, Nabila, is very straightforward. It is it's basically the same when you apply for an undergrad program. You're going to be using the same undergrad application that we use. The only addition to that is that one step gets added, wherein since you guys would be requesting for a transfer of credit, we're going to be sending that to the respective faculty to get the assessment done. So that's the only additional step that gets added. And also, because of the additional step that's added, so usually if Brock processes the offer letter within a period of 2 to 3 weeks, in the case of transfer applications, I would say it just takes a little longer. In some cases, me and Syed have seen that the offers have even come for transfer students in days. In some cases, we've seen that they've come in 4 weeks. At max, we've seen everything getting sorted out within 6 to 8 weeks. So we again are one of those very few universities which are very open to having transfer students. Our processes are very streamlined, very structured, and the application form, Nabila, for Brock for applying into an undergrad program is very simple. I would really request all of you, and also your friends who've come forward and asked you these questions, you can directly get in touch with prominent consultants. They've been promoting Brock now for a very long time. They have done applications for transfer for Brock. So, they are going to be guiding you completely on the process as well.
Exactly. And definitely, as Megha said, that with your class 10 and class 12 results, you need to submit your bachelor results transcripts, which should be verified by Brock, and they need to see that, they need to cross check the credits, what credits can be accepted by Brock. So far we can see that the syllabus from North South, IUB, BRAC, East West University, the top private university syllabus are quite similar to Brock syllabus. So I think they could be, yes, so they could be acceptable. They could be accepted for the transfer credit. So I think, Nabila, you have some more question, right?
I have another questions. How does the transfer program work?
So the transfer program actually works like a normal, undergrad program, Nabila. There is not anything much different. It could vary from student to student. It varies from case by case. So, for example, you're applying maybe for getting entry into a transfer program in your first semester. It could be that Hemu is trying to apply into Brock after completing, the second semester at, her respective institution. So the only thing that would be different would be the documents that both of you are going to be submitting. It's a normal process. There is no difference, and the stage at which you're going to be joining Brock, like how many credits would Brock recognize, and where exactly do you start your journey? Do they recognize all the credits? Do they recognize some of the credits? Syed, I would also want to share that we have been seeing an increase in the number of transfer applications that are coming in. We've also seen an increase in the number of students who are going to Brock for transfer programs. So in a lot of cases, we've seen that there are credits that are getting transferred, if not 100%, then also up till a significant percentage. And specifically from NSU, specifically from IUB, East, West, American International University of Bangladesh, there is a lot of traction. BRAC, we've had students joining Brock from BRAC, and every application is taken up on a case-by-case basis. Like your application, Nabila, is going to be very, very, different from the application of your other two colleagues who, joined us here. So it's taken up on a case-by-case basis. There's a proper evaluation that happens, and we keep the students notified. We definitely share an offer letter before, and then we also share a credit assessment report, so that the student knows clearly that, okay, which are the credits that were, recognized by Brock. But we are definitely recognizing credits of some of the leading universities in Bangladesh. Like I said, if not 100%, but definitely to a great extent.
Exactly. We'll take a question in between that. Mr. Shariful Islam is asking, can I apply to Brock University undergrad program without IELTS? Definitely, you can apply right now without IELTS conditionally, but definitely you require IELTS before getting the unconditional offer letter and before applying for your visa. So IELTS is recommended definitely, but at this moment you can apply without IELTS conditionally. So it won't be a problem to Brock. And another student question will take very quickly. That is Saim Reza. He is asking, is there any option or facilities for applying as a law background student? So I don't know, Saim, which program you are looking for, whether it is master's or undergrad. So definitely just inbox us with your all details. We'll let you know that whether it's possible or not from your law background. So I think now we have Himu with us from Independent University. So I think Himu, I know that there are a lot of people are going to Canada from your university. So how is your experience? How many people are going to Canada, and how is the ratio in IUB?
Okay, first of all, I have a bunch of questions from my friends and university mates. They are very excited to know about the entire inquiries. So, first of all, I'd like to ask how their credits will be assessed by Brock, which has already been completed in Bangladesh.
So, that's a great question. Like I said, the credit assessment lies with the faculty. So when you file an application, your application goes to the admission office along with your application and the documents that Syed spoke about. We would be also asking you for detailed syllabus and course outline, right? So that goes to the respective faculty, and they assess it, and they find out, okay, how many credits are getting assessed. Having said that, with IUB, like I mentioned, and I was telling Syed to both Nabila and Hemu that I've had the good fortune to visit their universities a number of times, and I was there in the universities this year in January. And we came down because we were finalizing our formal MOUs with IUB and NSU, especially when you see an application from NSU and IUB, because we are already in touch with these universities to have some kind of credit mapping. We definitely take these applications on priority. So Nabila, if you have any friends who are looking in terms of applying at Brock, Hemu, if you have a bunch of questions, from your friends, the best thing that we can also do is that, you already know that we're organizing a session on the 28th. Invite your friends for that particular session. We can have a detailed one-to-one interaction with them. But at the same time, all the assessment, everything is done in a very structured manner by the faculty. And I really look forward, Hemu, you got me excited by saying that you have a bunch of questions. So get them on. I mean, I'm really looking forward to answering your questions.
Exactly.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you so much, Himo. And the thing is that yes, credits can be assessed by the Brock faculty. Depends on how many credits you have done, how is your CGPA, and what kind of credits, what kind of subjects they will look into your syllabus actually. So it's quite time consuming. It will take time to observe all these things, but definitely there is an opportunity. Definitely you can go for that. And as Megha said, that there is an admission day on 28th of August, organized by prominent consultant, and the transfer students can join in this session, and they can be able to do applications through us on that particular admission day. So we have another question. It's quite longer. What if I winter semester goes online as a HSC student, my documents are not ready before January intake, can I defer to September semester 21? HSC students are in the most unpredictable situation, sir. Yes, Hossein, Ihsan, you are right that you people are really facing unpredictable situation. You don't know that what will happen and when your exam will be happening. So, but yes, if you miss January intake, definitely you can defer to May intake, which is summer intake. And of course, if you miss May intake, you can join for September intake. We are still missing Ikra. I think Ikra will be connecting us very soon. I would like to request Himu just try to connect him. So I think you will also have some question. I think Nabila, I think you have some more question about transfer.
Questions, yeah. Okay. Does Brock recognize any university in Bangladesh for their transfer options? If so, what are those universities?
Yeah. Go ahead, Nabila.
Okay.
What are those universities? Actually, she's asking that.
Okay, so that's the question. So, like I was telling you guys, Brock Brock has very active relationships with the leading universities in Bangladesh. We already have a formal MOU with NSU. We have a formal MOU with IUB. So these are our top two partners right now. Like I told you guys, we're already doing the credit mapping. We're also trying to see which courses can we kind of like do the course mapping for. But the discussions are underway. As soon as things would get formalized, you're going to see that there's going to be better structure and things are going to get really quick. So when we are saying that, okay, for an offer letter, maximum sometimes it has taken 2 months, once the credit mapping happens, it's just going to be like super fast as well. So that's one, that these are the two institutions with which we have formal agreements. But at the same time, Nabila, what I would also want to tell you is that apart from these two institutions, Brock also has, relationships with other prominent universities in Bangladesh. And if a student wants to apply for a transfer program into Brock from these universities as well, we would definitely entertain the application. In fact, like I said in the very beginning, we are taking each and every application on a case-by-case basis. So, if you have friends even from the other institutions, they are as much eligible to apply as much as students from IUB and NSU. The only difference would be when we see an application from NSU or IUB, we take them on priority right now because there is more understanding between the course structures of certain programs between Brock and IUB and NSU at this particular point in time.
Exactly. Megha, you have another question you need to answer. His name is Hossein Ihsan again. What are the requirements for UG 16,000 Canadian dollar scholarship and how students can get this scholarship?
So, Hussein, thank you so much for that question. Yes, you rightly said that the maximum scholarship is 16,000 Canadian dollars. The only way to get it is to get your academic scores really up. If you are scoring anywhere around 93%, according to the Ontario academic average, because your national academic average gets converted into the Ontario academic average, and if it's 93% and above, Hussein, it would not be a problem for you to get that maximum scholarship of 16,000 Canadian dollars, which is broken down into four parts. So 4,000 Canadian dollars every year. First year, Hussein, becomes automatic because they're going to look at your grade 12 results. But from the second year onwards, you have to keep your percentage to about 93%. You'll be able to get that scholarship renewed at 4,000, which is definitely achievable. Hussein, anything is achievable by hard work. If you're not missing your classes, if your attendance is 100%, you're doing your coursework, you're doing your assignments. We've seen a lot of students from South Asia, getting that scholarship of 16,000 and retaining it, like getting it renewed every year. So like 4,000 Canadian dollars every year, they are eligible to get. And apart from that, Hussein, another scholarship that's also available for students from Bangladesh is our Emerging Market Award. So if you've got the Brock Scholars Award, you're also encouraged to file the application for the Emerging Market Award. So you need to fill up an additional application through your student portal. There also you are eligible to get a scholarship anywhere between 1,000 to 4,000. So if your percentage is around 93%, you are most likely to get another additional 4,000 Canadian dollars, right? So it can again vary. And this is something that you will get in the first year. So that's another award that you can keep into. There are a lot of other editions, like you've just touched upon the Brock Scholars Award, but like I told you, like Emerging Market Award, there is also an International Education Fund. So now what happens is that, a student might get the Scholars Award, and but he feels that if it's going to be good if I get some additional funding as well. So International Education Fund is another award, Hussein, that you can apply through, again, through the one app, through your portal. Apart from having excellent academic scores, apart from having great co-curricular, you would also be advised to list down a reason why you're asking Brock for financial assistance. The applications are reviewed by the admissions office. If they feel that your reason is good enough and if the funds are available, they would also be releasing some funding. We don't know what could be the exact amount, but usually we see that it ranges anywhere between 1,000 to 5,000 Canadian dollars. All scholarships, all awards, Hussein, are very competitive, because there's a global demand for it. But yes, like I said, with hard work and good grades, nothing is impossible.
Exactly. And Ikra, actually, we are missing all the time. I mean, what happens to your network? Is it okay now?
So right now it's okay. I'm sorry, you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So I don't know why my net is going breaking down again and again, and that's why one time I go back and
Okay,
then I
no
come back
problem.
again.
No
I'm
problem,
really sorry.
No problem. So I think
That's okay. That's okay.
I mean, from East West University, I know that there are students are going to abroad. So which country they are mostly preferring for from East West?
So in the first choice, they are preferring Canada and UK.
Canada and UK. Okay. So I mean, why people are that feeling Canada as their destination, first destination? Do you have an idea why they are preferring Canada much?
Truly speaking, that my brother is also doing a PhD in Canada right now. The political system is very clear. It's authentic and refresh mind. There's it's true that all over our corruption is here, but the corruption type in Canada is very low. All our people are very smooth and very good. They're very friendly, and their job sector is very huge in that way.
And safe country. It's one of the most safe country in the
truly.
world. Exactly. And I think Ikra, I think you have so many questions to ask
Yes,
to Megha.
I have.
Megha. So I think you can start you can ask your question to Megha.
It's my pleasure. First of all, thank you, Miss Megha, in advance for any help you can provide. before starting my question, that I want to say something. The outdoor stadium of the Brock University is awesome for the sports guy. It's very awesome. It's very big. It's very huge, and the outlook of the buildings of the university is very gorgeous.
It's a 400-acre campus. It's a very
Huge.
big, huge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So my first question is, students who are presently studying in universities in Bangladesh, from which stage they would be eligible to apply as a transfer applicant?
So, Ikra, before I answer that for you, thank you so much. I feel likewise about my university, about my campus. Not because I work for Brock, but every time I go there, it's like therapy. The campus is so green. It's so beautiful. They are running trails. The facilities are so amazing. And answering your particular question, which stage that they can start from, Ikra, they can start as early from the first semester. I've had students from East West, I've had students from North South, I've had students from IUB, AIUB coming and telling me that we've started with our first semester, but we want to transfer into a Canadian university. And I also tell you that we've had students from East West who are currently studying at Brock. They got a transfer and they are currently studying at Brock. So it is one of our, one of the prominent universities, and we definitely recognize, credits for some of the programs at East West as well. Like I said, there could be a possibility that whatever the student submits, we are not maybe recognizing most of it, but it differs also from case to case, and with every student application. The last thing that I want to say, because I know that you'll be like coming in and going out, please don't apologize. These are technology related issues. You might just see me and Syed now, like going out, coming in and out of sessions as well. But it's good that we got you online back in time, and that you were able to ask your questions to us.
Right now, I'm very happy to be in the conference. I'm very much happy to come back again.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ikra, that you got the connection. We are so lucky we got you. Nabila, I think, do you have any question now? Any questions you have?
I have a last question. Okay, may I ask?
Okay. Just a second. Before going to your question, we'll take a question from one of our students, Hossein Ehsan. He's asking, how does the co-op work term works? Is it mandatory or optional for computer science majors? What are the requirements to be eligible for it? And co-op is very essential for tech guys. Yes, definitely co-op is definitely a very helpful options for technical students. So, Megha, I think you can explain better about co-op.
Absolutely, Syed. I'll do the best that I can. So, Hussein, thank you so much. We've been noticing that you're very actively asking questions. We really appreciate that. So, co-op, Hussein, like you rightly said, very, very important, not only for students who are doing technical programs, but I think students also who are doing programs in different disciplines. I feel that co-op becomes very important because of the fact that it exposes you to the to the corporate culture, and it starts from the second year onwards. Hussein, you have minimum 3 co-op terms at Brock, and there could be a possibility that you can get an additional co-op term. For example, if you're working with a particular employer and the employer really likes you, and usually between the May to the August term is our lean term, so a lot of students, if they do really well in co-op, the employer would tell them that, do you want to come back and do an additional co-op with us? Another very important feature about the co-op programs at Brock is that these are paid. So you are earning a wage anywhere between 18 to 23 Canadian dollars per hour. Now, Hussein, if you do the maths, and even if you take the average at a 20, and if you multiply it into 8 hours, that comes around 160 Canadian dollars. Multiply it into 30, it comes down to somewhere close to about 4,800 Canadian dollars. So you're earning actually close to about 4,800 to 5,000 Canadian dollars, per month. Multiply it into 420. Approximately 20,000 Canadian dollars, right? So not only the fact that it gives you, practical exposure, it is paid, and it's a significant amount that a student who does the co-op gets. I think something which is very important is your employment opportunities increase after you've done co-op. Like we have an employment rate of over 95% for our co-op students, right? And also when it comes to employers in Canada, if you're a student who's a fresh graduate from college, or from university, and you want to maybe work for some time, the first thing that they're going to see is whether do you have any work experience or not. So for all those students who are into the co-op program, you stand a major advantage because you will already be able to show a minimum work experience of 1 year on your resume, which becomes very, very important.
Exactly. So now I would like to talk to all of you people like Nabila and Ikra and Himo, that as you know that you are studying in North South University, East West University, and Independent University. Actually, all these universities are very fantastic universities so far we know, and definitely they have a good reputation and their degrees are quite recognized. But still, people are going to abroad, investing a lot of money, and they're going abroad to get some international degree. So actually, why they're investing a lot of money for studying abroad, and what is the special benefits they are getting through study abroad? Can anyone say, like Nabila? What is the difference when you will be studying in Bangladesh and will be studying in Canada or some other countries?
I think they want to better environment or a new experience. They meet some new people, and that's it.
Exactly, people are investing their money, a good amount of money, because to get the diversified environment, which is very important, because when you are studying in North South University or IUB, you won't find a multicultural environment, right? You won't find the different nationalities, you won't find that kind of colorful. I mean, when you will be studying in a campus of Canada, you will see that from 100 countries students are coming over here and they are doing their studies. So mostly the diversified campus, and definitely you can share your knowledge and you can get new culture. You're able to know the new things in your life, and the practical experience that you will find that mostly in our universities they're focusing mostly on the theoretical part, but in Canada, but other countries, especially in Canada, they mostly look into the practical parts. So as a co-op, as Megha said, the co-op is nothing but when student is doing co-op, so he is getting a practical, I mean, industrial experience during his study, which we cannot even think in our country education system, right? So it is another unique point of studying in Canada, that before graduating they are having the real-time work experience. They are working in a company, and when they will finish the program, they can mention in their CV that I have a full-time work experience. So that is the beauty of Canadian education, definitely. And I think, Nabila, you have some more question. Let's come to your questions.
Yes, I have. Achha. What kind of documents are required to apply as a transfer applicant?
Yeah. So, Nabila, I think, do you have another question after that, or do you want me to answer this first for you?
Last questions.
Okay, all right. No, I would love to answer if you have any more questions, because I'm really enjoying this interaction that I'm having with all of you. So the documents that Syed has already kind of like outlined, definitely your grade 10th and 12th, academic documents, your English proficiency requirements have to be in place. Also, any semester mark sheets that you have, from your respective universities. In addition to that, we would also be requiring your course outlines and a detailed syllabus. I think that's most of it. Syed, please correct me if I missed out on any document that
they need actually class 10, 12 passport, IELTS score, and of course the semester transcript that he has completed so far in his university. We got a perfect candidate for transfer student as a transfer candidate, like Alexia Sandra. He's asking, I don't know, he's she or she, I'm not sure, but the question is, I'm a student of 5th semester. Can I apply for a credit transfer for undergrad, and what will be the cost with an average result? So I think he's a perfect candidate for transfer option, since he completed 5th semester in his home country or in Bangladesh. So Megha, what you will say about?
So Alexia, thank you so much for your question. What I can say, from the limited knowledge that I have about, transfer applications is that Brock basically looks at the fact that the student should do minimum 2 years at Brock. So till the time, you're covering your credits in a way that for the last 2 years, you're there at Brock and you're applying, that should be good enough, for us to look into. As I said earlier, every application would need an assessment. The best thing in terms of applying through prominent consultants, and also coming and meeting us for that particular event, is that we have some application fee waivers in place. So Alexia, the advantage there would be that you can file an application, submit all your documents, wait for what Brock says. I know, yes, of course, the decision won't come straight away, but then you'll get a lot of clarity and you're going to get a definite answer without actually paying the application fee. So if you have the time on 28th, come and meet us. We can discuss in detail. But like I said, that Brock looks forward in terms of students to complete minimum 2 years. That is our minimum 10 credits. Because according to our credit system, every year the student needs to complete 5 credits, right? So it might be a little different from what you guys have in Bangladesh, but then that's the assessment that we have. But don't worry about it. These are things that are assessed by the faculty. Like I said, there's a lot of transparency. The structure is very streamlined, so we can always apply for you and give you a more definite answer.
Exactly. So we'll take few more questions very quickly. Like undergrad admission chances,
Yeah.
yes, if you have undergrad admission chances, no problem. Just need to know your details. And then, okay, Alexis, another question, like, Hossein Ehsan, he already thank you, Megha, already told. And
Thanks, Hossein.
yes, Hossein, thank you so much for your interest. And of course, another question like Ina Apsana, like, is there any scholarship available for graduate program? Actually, mostly we're speaking here about the undergrad program, but for postgrad, definitely we need to be in touch with prominent consultant for further queries about master's program, definitely. And I will go to Himu. Himu, I think you have some more questions about transfer.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of my friends specially want me to ask you that the scholarship opportunities. Okay, some of them are already asked in the comment section. So will you please elaborate this matter?
So, Himu, when it comes to scholarship opportunities for transfer students, you're going to face that challenge with most of the Canadian universities. First of all, the biggest challenge that you're going to face is getting a transfer into Canadian universities. That's the reason why Brock becomes a little unique, because we accept transfer applications, and even in terms of giving a revert on the offer letter, and that's something that Syed can also endorse. Brock is the fastest, right? But scholarship opportunities, we are very limited. Currently, we do not have a lot on our hands in terms of scholarship opportunities for the students. But at the same time, when they join Brock, there could be some opportunities that can be explored, with their respective professors. I'll just give you a very simple example. The professors at Brock, some of them have their own research labs, right? They're always doing, sometimes they get these funded research projects, and sometimes they are looking at getting some research assistants, which are basically students who are pursuing programs at Brock. So maybe you don't get a scholarship, but what if you're able to get that internship with one of your professors, and you start getting a stipend in place. So there are a lot of opportunities like that, Hemu, even if right now we do not have scholarships for transfer students, but there are plethora of opportunities for them once they arrive at Brock. And the faculties also have their own rewards, awards. Sometimes they are announcing it at regular intervals. So it's not the end of things if there is no entry scholarship. What we are restricted with are the entry scholarships or the emerging market awards that we spoke about. But like I said, there are a lot of opportunities, and there are a lot of ways that the students can actually find these opportunities with their respective faculties. And also another very important thing that I would want to also highlight here is that we have a very strong Bangladeshi student association at Brock. And those are the students, you should see the spirit that they have, because they are the students who are also working towards providing more and more opportunities from to students from Bangladesh who are coming to Brock. So not only professors, but sometimes you see the Bangladeshi Student Association coming up and giving you opportunities. So there's a lot of support. There are a lot of there's a lot of potential, and I would just encourage students to come and explore. If you have any friends who need more guidance, they want more elaborate answers, please come and meet me and Sayed during the application day that we are organizing on the 28th, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you on a one-to-one basis in detail.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Megha, for your wonderful review on this matter. Actually, I would like to say something about some issues of Canadian immigration system, or like how the things are happening. Because as you know, the VFS, all Canadian VFS is closed at this moment, so people are not able to do their biometrics. So you should not be worried about that. If you get the approval in principle AIP, you can start your online classes with your university where you have registered. That is number one. Number two is that still the applications, I mean, visa applications are open, university applications are open. You can easily apply online, and no need to worry about that, because and we are hoping that the VFS will be opening very soon, most probably next month. We are hoping that, and before January intake, most probably you'll be able to join your campus. So please be relaxed and start your application with prominent consultant for Canadian University for winter 21 intakes. There is no problem. We are doing very well. We are serving students virtually, and there is no issues with that. So please feel free to reach us for your application process. So I think Ikra, any questions from your side?
Yes, sir, I have. Thank you. Before going to question, I want to say briefly previous question of Mr. Said about why students go abroad to study. Why? I think the main reason is such as student taking loan. If they're taking loan from the university, they can finish their undergraduate program. That is not available in our country's universities. Yeah, that is true that we are giving a scholarship, but sometimes it is not sufficient to finish the whole undergraduate program. And I think the second option is extraordinary professors. They're available in the Canada, not in Bangladesh. We cannot see them in directly. And the third thing, I think in Canada or in big universities, they what should I say? They offer creative type course available, such as we haven't.
Exactly.
In Bangladesh.
They are mostly focusing on research, and they are mostly focusing on the practical learning rather than the book-based learning or theoretical learning. So it's very important in your life, even as you are graduating from your university. So you need to be more skilled professionally. You need to be more skilled industrially. I mean, yeah, the book-based education actually didn't work in real time, in real field. So you must be good in practical sectors. So definitely, Anikra, any questions to make?
If I don't, yes, the question is, what are the intakes available in a year to apply?
Exactly, it's a very significant question to make. Yes,
it's a very good question, Ikra. Thank you for bringing that up. We have 3 intakes. We have January intake, we have a May intake, and we also have a September intake. So there are a lot of options available for students to file an application. It actually gives an opportunity for a student to apply at Brock all the year round, which I think is one of our strongest feature as well. So 3 intakes, Ikra, a lot of options with the students to apply as per their convenience.
Exactly. And actually we have passed 1 hour of our live session. I think Nabila will go to you, that if you have any more questions, just you can ask together. You can make a bulk of all questions and ask together to Megha, so that she can answer your all questions at a time. What are the questions?
No,
you don't have any question? All finished? Okay, Himu, do you have any question to know?
Yeah. Okay. So, Ms. Megha, if any final advice for transfer applicants are planning for, so would you like to provide any kind of final advice for us?
I think the only advice, Himo, I can provide is that, when you made up your mind that you want to transfer into a particular institution, reach out to, the preferred partners of that particular institution, because the role of a partner becomes very important. So for example, if you guys go to Syed, he's going to guide you with the entire academic documents, the assessment, like the coordination for the documents that are required, like the detailed syllabus and the course outlines. It requires a lot of time and coordination, right? So you need to also be very sure. If you're very confident that you're going to be doing it by yourself and you can handle it, then you can go ahead and do it by yourself. But if you have the option of going to a partner who's actually not charging you any service fee and also is ready to help you and is one of the preferred partners for Brock, then you should actually take advantage of that. And the role of our partners don't stop here. They go ahead and they guide you on the visa process as well. The only advice overall that I have for all of you is that Canada, what really enlightened my Monday evening, because how things are on a Monday, is the fact that all of you listed out that Canada is one of the preferred destinations where your friends and your colleagues from your respective institutions are looking at in terms of transferring the programs. Canada, like most of you answered, it's a great country, excellent academic standards. It's multicultural, it's safe, it's very warm and friendly, and at the same time friendliest immigration policies right now. What else do you need? So that was one of the outlines, and we are very much open to addressing any kind of queries that you have. Like I said, Brock is one of those very few universities that has a very open mindset towards accepting transfer applications. That is one of the reasons why we have been visiting Bangladesh, and we are, I think, probably the only Canadian university that has like a formal agreement with two of the most prestigious universities in Bangladesh. So we are very serious about our academic associations. The reason why we have these academic associations is because we want more and more bright students like you to come and join Brock and continue your academic journey. So that's the only advice that we have, that we are there for you, to support you. Prominent is there to support you. And if you have any questions, the shorter advice would be come and meet us on 28th of August to get answers to any more questions that you have.
Exactly. And I think we have a question to Megha. Actually, I think it has been missed out, that what the benefits can be getting, or what are the benefits that students can get through transfer options. Actually, there are a few benefits. I would like to mention all these benefits, because suppose if you have completed 3 years of your study of your bachelor in North-South University or any university like IUB or East-West, anything, or BRAC. So if you get chance to start your classes from the second year, third year, so shortly you can finish your degree from Canada, and still you are eligible, you'll be eligible for postgraduate work permit. It's another benefit, that you can save your time, you can save your money of the credits you have completed or which are accepted. So it's a very good thing. The benefits you will be getting in terms of saving money, in terms of saving time, and still you will be eligible for postgraduate work permit. So it's a very good thing. If you finish 3 years of bachelor, 2 years of bachelor, and if you get some credits waiver in Canada, so definitely it's always a good thing for you. For your that if you can save some money, definitely you can adjust it with your living expenses and some other purpose. So definitely it's without any doubt you will be benefited. And thank you so much for joining today's live session. I think Nabila now is quite happy. Oh no, I need to actually, I was expecting that I would say that now we'd like to conclude. No, are you okay, Nabila? Are you feeling okay? Are you enjoying?
Yes.
Okay, and Ikra, Himu, or what about you? Have you enjoyed this live session?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'd like to get a feedback from you that since you have participated in our last education fair in Hotel 4 Points by Sheraton in 29th of February, I think, right? So how did you enjoy,
Yes,
and how was your experience in the fair? Ikra, since you are so active in today's live session, what would you say?
So so are you hearing me?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes.
So I want to say that 29th February, the program was held in 4 Points. That was awesome. especially when after finishing the program, you announce our the winners of the lottery, and the main
Lottery.
things are and the main things that I have achieved in my life, that I've seen many delegates from foreign countries came, and it's very honor for me to meet them.
Though we missed Megha, though we missed Brock, but
Yes.
still we
Yes.
have there are a lot of universities from Canada. Even I think Nabila was with Isha from Bow Valley. I think
Okay,
you.
all right.
Yes, yes. And Himo, in which university you were with that time?
No, sir, I was in the registration booth, so I
Oh,
have to
registration
meet
board.
and I have to talk with lot of people, right?
Lot of students. Okay,
So
okay.
I think
Yes, it was a successful event. Definitely, we'll be keeping organizing such kind of events in further in near future. Let's hope for the best about the coronavirus, and definitely. You all people are doing online classes. Enjoy your classes, and of course, you can recommend your friends or your well-wishers or your junior seniors that if they are planning to go for higher studies in Canada, especially in Brock University, because to be honest, we have been working since long with Brock University, and I would say that this is one of our I would say Brock is the first university of our Canada journey who we have been partnered with them. We have started our journey with Brock, and now Prominent is more than 55 is official partner of more than 55 Canadian public institutions, which is a great achievement by Prominent. And we have started our journey with Brock, I would say, and that is the one thing. And students who are studying in Brock, we have a very good number of students from North South University, and there is a good community of North South University students. So I think there now the community of Bangladesh is very strong in Brock, and you will be the students will be going to Brock in near future. Definitely they will feel very happy, they will feel comfortable. And I know that one of my students he went with his parents, and the Brock alumni and the Brock students, the previous students, helped him for accommodation and all these things they helped. So very cooperative, the Bangladeshi people over there, and to our students. So if anyone is interested to go to Canada, definitely you can recommend for Brock for the undergrad program, for the transfer options, and for the master's program as well. And anything, Nabila, any last word that you'd like to say?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I'm just saying any final words that you'd like to say in the live session. Any your advice or any your comments, anything?
No, it was a great live session.
It was a great live session. That's all. Okay. Okay. Ikra, any few words before leaving the live session?
Yes, sir. I have. It's my pleasure to join this meeting. Through this conversation, many students of us and many friends or many colleagues of mine, of my organization will know about Brock University, and inshallah I will suggest or recommend the Brock Universities to my friends or my colleagues, inshallah.
Thank you so much. And Himu, any final words?
Yeah, actually, it's a pleasure to talk with Miss Megha and of course Miss Sir. So I love to talk about this matter and hope to see you soon or inshallah.
Absolutely.
Thank
I'm
you.
really
Thank you
looking
so much.
forward. And thank you, Nabila, Ikra, Hemu, for joining in. I really enjoyed my conversations with you guys, but I'm also keeping my fingers crossed that, next time I'm interacting with you in Bangladesh. We would definitely sit over a cup of coffee and have more detailed discussions like this. Virtual is good. We know that this is the new normal, but I think I'm a little old school when it comes to that. I love to meet people physically and talk. So looking forward to our next coffee together very soon.
Inshallah,
Yes, inshallah. And we will take some comments. Like Zilan Khan, he is telling that what about other private universities? I mean, he was asking about, okay, about other private universities. We would say that definitely it's under process. If anything, if Brock decides about some other universities, definitely will be letting you know. But depends case to case, because since all universities syllabus are not similar with the university, it could be. And Another thing is that Fatima Begum, actually Fatima is our counselor. She's telling, thank you so much, Megha. This session was really helpful for everyone. Hoping to see you more. Actually, Fatima is our Australian counselor for Australia. Fatima, thank you so much for watching this live session. Maybe we'll see Megha next time. And Zilan, again, if CGP undergrad is bit low, unfortunately, such as 3 Canada student able to get enrolled for a master's program in Canada. Zilan, actually for master's program, you need to talk with prominent team. Prominent team will be helping you. And Megha, any final words from your side? Anything?
So I just wanted to respond to Fatima's comment. Fatima, thank you so much. But definitely, I'm happy to do more virtual sessions. But like I said, now I think I want to meet you guys, physically. So I'm looking forward to having more physical interactions, with you guys whenever things open up. But thank you so much for that comment. The last thing, Syed, I would just want to say thank you so much for organizing it. I think it was a great initiative to get, Nabila, Ikra, Himu on board because, they're all from these very prestigious universities. And I'm sure that some of them were also asking questions on behalf of their friends and colleagues. I really enjoyed the session. This was, I think, a very unique session that any partner has organized for us in Bangladesh. So, Syed, a big thanks to you and your team. It's always fun to have, sessions with you because you make it so easy and you make it so interactive. To all three of you, remember the coffee date that's due whenever I see you next, either in Dhaka or if you guys have plans to come down to New Delhi, the treat is on me.
And New Delhi, if we go to New Delhi, then we'll take not coffee, we'll take, that Delhi biryani, chicken biryani.
Absolutely, that's on me. I'm going to take you guys for a tour to Old Delhi and, I'll try to play the best host. You'll have a friend here now in New Delhi.
Yes. And since actually Megha, okay, yes, Ikra, you wanted to say something.
I want to say something. I have a question, Miss Megha.
Yeah.
Are you a cricket fan?
Yeah, I used to be Ikra at some point in time. I was I would say maybe towards my youth. I'm not that young right now. My preferences and my taste have changed, but I do know a bit about cricket and I do follow it sometimes whenever I get a chance.
What is your feeling about that MS Dhoni and Suresh Raina is retired 2 days ago, especially MS Dhoni?
Yeah. To be very honest, I don't have any comment on that because I've not been following up, on the cricket part of it. Of course, it's a loss, in a way, because both are excellent players. But then it gives a chance to new talent to come forward. So I think I actually don't have a specific comment, but I think that we're already positive and negatives to everything. Now we look forward to having more fresh players coming forward and proving their mantle.
Exactly. The new people should come and they should grow. Yes. So that's the thing. Anyway, and thank you so much to all of you. And I would like to mention, I would like to announce once again the matters of Brock University Admission Day, which is on 28th of August. Friday at 8 p.m. we'll do the admission day session, and you will see the advertisement on our Facebook page. Be in touch in our Facebook page. And definitely Prominent, I would like to say about Prominent that Prominent has been working since last 14 years in this industry, and we are one of the company that who represents more than 55 Canadian public institutions. That very few companies are having this kind of partnership. And as you know that we are also official partner of France Embassy in Dhaka, Bangladesh, which is also a very unique point of Prominent. And we are now started working with some other countries. So definitely for Canada, you people are most welcome, especially Brock. Brock has its next intake in winter 21 with the facilities of scholarship, with the opportunities of application fee waiver. So these are the things, and the Prominent are offering the free application process, and Prominent will not be taking any service charge from you for Brock application. So which is the things you can easily grab with Prominent consultant. And if you have any question, just feel free to inbox us. We are doing the virtual counseling session as well on WhatsApp and on Skype or anything, the virtual platform. So thank you, Megha, for joining us. And actually you are so sweet that all the time you always feel us, and we are really prefer as one of the best partner, and as our friend. Definitely when you are coming, we are doing events with you, even not in Dhaka also, we are also doing in Chittagong as well. So definitely be hoping you again and again for coming in Bangladesh. And thanks for joining on today's live stream and make this live session very successful. And students, if you have any further questions after this live session, definitely you can join us on Facebook, and this live session will be in our timeline. So if you want to watch this live session later on also, you can see, and it will be also published in our YouTube channel. So thank you so much, Nabila. Thank you so much, Ikra. So Himu, so you'll be getting a treat from me, definitely, when the lockdown is over. I mean, it's already over, but when you will feel comfortable to come to Uttara, definitely your treat is pending. Okay, so feel free to ask me, sir, when you will be giving me the treat. Okay, I would be happy to give you a treat, and on behalf of Megha as well. Okay,
I will.
Thank you so much. We'll be yes,
Yeah.
we'll be taking a leave. So this is the ending of our live session, and take care. And dear viewers, also you take care, stay safe, stay in home, and try to take care of yourself. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care.